What's up, guys? It's Clyde here. I'm gonna show you what I did. The big 3 upgrade. Installed another CAPCELL-400 and the RE Audio USX45KV.1 amp. Okay, I installed the chassis ground 0 gauge DB link chassis ground to the Stinger dual 0 gauge ring terminal. The ground goes right to the exhaust manifold bolt that also holds the oil dipstick tube, and you got the 0 gauge wire, power wire from the alternator, goes to here. 150 amp fuse holder, and it goes to here, to the positive terminal. It's a big 3 upgrade right there. Ground to the exhaust manifold, ground to the chassis, coming in to the dual 0 gauge Stinger ring terminal, and you got the power wire going from there, the 150 amp fuse breaker, 150 amp fuse holder, 150 amps on it, going to there, and to the alternator 0 gauge. And in the back here, you got the two SOUNDSTREAM Audio SA8 SPL V2 D2s running at 0.75 ohms, paralleled each and paralleled again together. And you got the RE Audio USX45KV.1 running at over 1500 RMS because it's running at 3/4 ohm load, 4 gauge wires. It's actually 0 gauge wire terminals, but I'm running 4 gauge because that's what I had before. And they got the Kole Audio KCELL-400 there. You got the SOUNDSTREAM SCELL-400 there. It's wired negative input to the negative input, positive input to the positive input, negative output to the negative output, positive output to the positive output. And from one of the positive output, which I'm using the SOUNDSTREAM SCELL-400 outputs to go to the amp, positive and negative of the amp. It's 13.78 volts, 13.89 volts. It's all 0 gauge wires and DB link 0 gauge ring terminals. I had to put 1/4x26 fine thread bolts because of the thickness of the terminals. The bolts that came with it was too short, so I had to go to the hardware store and pick up new bolts for both of them. 8 bolts total, and a lot of washers to space it out. 340 amp fuses, 120 amps total.